Thank you for having me here. I'm really pleased to talk to you today. And as you can guess from the title slide of my presentation, I'm a big fan of Star Trek. And the reason is, while I was growing up, I was watching this series, which at that point in time seemed really futuristic. And the science fiction had cool gadgets, which today, in today's world, seem like it's the smartphone or the video chat, which it seemed was not possible. But today, thanks to digital, it's come to being real. And I think I really love what I do, because I think our job at iProspect allows us to be in the middle of this digital evolution and be on a mission, really, to find new marketing opportunities for our clients. And everything happens in the digital at an extremely fast pace, faster than you can navigate it, and it keeps expanding like the rest of the universe. And the best way to depict this, I thought, was on a 60-second scale, because if you increase the scale any further, it's very hard to even comprehend the numbers that come through. So just to put it in some context, if you were to look at it on a 1-month scale, there are more than 1.6 trillion emails sent out. You've read this statement perhaps many times, and it's been a constant since 2013, when it was said for the first time that 90% of the world's data was created in the last 2 years. In fact, for the past 3 decades, every 2 years, the amount at which data is being created is at 10x speed. And this is because, whether we realize it or not, in an active or passive manner, we're leaving back a data footprint. Passively, when you're browsing the internet, when you're consuming videos, you're doing that, or more actively when you're transacting on the platforms you like, or you're in a logged-in state, or you're engaging with your social handles, really. And also, with the Internet of Things being here, I think this data explosion is happening even at a more accelerated pace. But the challenge really is that 80% of this data is absolutely unstructured and very, very difficult to understand. On the other hand, if you look at it from a consumer standpoint, consumers are expecting marketers to give them far more personalized experiences. And as a marketer, you would understand that to do that, you need a holistic view of the customer. And that is an extremely daunting task in today's multi-channel space. So for example, if let's say you have 4 touch points the consumer's made on 4 different channels, what it possibly means is you could have 256 possible paths to purchase. So how do you create that personalized experience really in that? We know that AI can help you understand large amounts of data and wring out insights out of that. And most people, when I talk to, they think AI is something in the future, it'll happen. But if we actually look at it, and most digital marketers will know that, when we do lookalikes or similar audiences on the Facebook or the Google platforms, it's nothing but predictive modeling by putting in your structured data and sourcing customers using AI and ML. While marketers then therefore realize the need of and the importance of data to get into their marketing strategies, but it is an extremely challenging task for them. And some of these questions is what some of you will identify with, that I want to be future ready, but there's so much of it that I don't know where to start. Or it could be, I have lots of data, but I don't know how to use it for my organization's benefit. Or it could be, I have the analysis in silos, I don't know how to put it all together. Or it could be, by the time I integrate all these insights into actionable plan, the data is already outdated. So what do you really do? The more the data, the more the challenges. And what do you have as a solution? Definitely marketing technology comes as a solution, because it can help you create a dynamic, integrated, holistic solution to be able to turn your data into actionable marketing objectives. And I'm going to give you an example of how you could do that. L'Oreal did it in Taiwan to solve one of their business problems. Can you please play the video?
Consumers are demanding a seamless omni-channel experience. Consumer centricity has become the emerging concept in the era of big data. L'Oreal Luxe division, whose business converts major luxury cosmetic brands in Taiwan. Since 2015, they have built an integration platform of online and offline, which is the fundamental infrastructure for their new retail model. Since L'Oreal Taiwan's digital marketing has transformed, the overall online media performance have improved. However, the conversion rate for leads to counter purchase has dropped in 2016. Especially for Lancome and Shu Uemura, the low conversion rate has great impact on their business growth. After exploring at the client side, we found two main causes for the stagnant conversion rate, which frustrated beauty advertisers in upselling. By facing the complex omni-channel environment, the top question to answer is, what exactly does the consumer want? With the integration of L'Oréal Taiwan's first-party data, we created a prediction model to solve the new retail business challenges. Our innovation approach includes three key factors. With these, we develop a significant index score upon every individual lead. To help beauty advisors to drive more counter sales, we named it Red Heart Score. We developed its own algorithm of prediction model, starting with integrating all the first-party data, including CRM, online behavior, and leads. Then, we interpret data at each individual's level. We built a hypothesis model and created the weighting methodology, which would lead to identify the lead quality for the prediction model, and the Red Heart Score can be accurately generated. The Red Heart Score can further assist beauty advisors to identify prospects' buying intent and provide the individual customer experience at the counter. To sum up, the Red Heart Score plays a very important role in the prospect predictive program, which leads to a big business success and also complete an ecosystem of new retail commerce for L'Oréal Taiwan. Client has gained great business growth through this innovation project. In addition, we also received very positive response from beauty advisors. With L'Oréal's recognition, we're committed to continue providing world-class innovation solutions to our clients.
So isn't that really cool? And I think as a marketer, everybody would love to use marketing technology effectively to solve their business problems. But this is what really the marketing technology landscape in 2018 looks like. For everything that you'd like to do, there are more than 100 products which are available. So how do you make the right choice? It's very easy to get swayed by trying to do the cool thing that you want to do more than doing what is really needed. And I think it's also very important to keep an eye on the cost, because whatever technology you use may not be relevant for your entire audience segment, or data segment rather. It will be more, depending on the largest segment that is of most interest to you. You have to look at it from that lens and then make your decisions on that. Another example of what we did with Diageo, the classic problem they had was with multiple brands that they have. Unfortunately, they were working in silos. And as a result of it, what was happening is their marketing was ending up being directed a lot to one single customer who was seeing multiple ads from multiple brands of Diageo. So what we did for them is we worked with Adobe on the with their audience manager to develop a DMP solution, a custom DMP solution for them to make a single source of truth, really, and then segmented the data and then ran our marketing campaigns based on that segmented data. The result is here for you to see. I think 300% increase almost in the unique reaches and about 50% reduction in the overlap of audience was achieved for them, and hence saving them a lot of money and bringing in a lot of efficiency. We all know there's hardly any difference that's left today between ad tech and martech. It's all converging because as marketers, all of us, we want to use data to really take actionable, to make our marketing objectives more actionable and putting the customer in the middle of it, really. At Dan, we are very proud of building our own tools suite that helps us right from planning to optimizing to measuring the needs of the business problems that our clients throw to us and helping them get better efficiencies and scale using some of these tools that are bespoke created for them. But my favorite one out of them is the intelligent optimizer, really, which is actually a combination of a couple of tools that I showed you in the previous slide. And this is a challenge we put out to the iProspect team. What we did was we chose two of our best planners, and we gave one to plan and run a campaign in the way they do manually, and the other with the help of the intelligent optimizer. And no points for guessing that the one who used the intelligent optimizer increased the scale at a reduced cost. This is another example of dynamic reporting, what we've done at iProspect. How it helps is that when you're running your campaigns on multiple platforms, it's really difficult to be able to see them at one place at a real time, to be able to make decisions in an agile manner. So what we've created is a framework where our clients and us can have access to information in a real-time manner so that they're able to take decisions immediately based on how the analysis is of the campaigns. The same framework was used, a little bit more extended framework of this type was used for Microsoft, which is one of our global clients across 19 countries, where we automated right from the trafficking to the finance to the reporting piece. So what that allowed us to do is use the same amount of people to be able to run multiple campaigns for the client at the same point in time in multiple countries and at greater efficiency, because the planners were able to free up their time from regular reporting and focus more on optimizing and bringing in business efficiencies for the client. And I just want to leave you in the end with one more video of what I think the future is going to be. I think you'll find that interesting. Can you play the video, please?
Mixed reality breaks down the barriers between physical and virtual realities. Let's see how we can alter realities across people, places, and objects. Here we have a real office, populated with real things. Let's now adjust reality by adding virtual objects to this physical space. Notice how these objects are aware of the real surfaces in the office. Next, let's replace the real person with an avatar. This allows her to be present even though she is not physically in the room. Now let's adjust the environment itself and make it virtual. Notice how the virtual objects and avatar continue to persist. Finally, let's tie back this entire virtual scene to the original physical room. A subtle boundary grid can reveal real obstacles, making it safer to walk around this virtual environment. Mixed reality unlocks exciting new experiences that merge the physical and the virtual worlds.
And I think I just have time to put in a quick plug for iProspect, which is India's largest digital marketing agency, driving business performance for clients. And I can see a lot of my clients here in this room. Glad to see them. Thank you very much for your time and patience.